Yeah, so Desil asked me to do a video guide, apparently for rogue spec leveling. So here we go. I'm entered down to 65, like you would be when you enter the new zone. Let's go over the spec. It's pretty much marksman. You filled it up, nothing special about that. And you go just like for in tactician. That's all you need pretty much. You go on Burning Rage and Cup de Grace, and maybe some non-physical. You want Ain't into Nightblade because that unlocks Hellfire Blades, which is pretty much like the most broken ability in the game right now. That's pretty much for it. For the legendaries, nothing special about that. You want here the Boundless Energy because it gives you one extra stack of this, and you want Planar Variation. That's pretty good for leveling. I explain it later. So we are at a location where probably one of your first quests will take place, and we're going into Body's Marksman. It's pretty much like just a ranged single target DPS soul. It is very mobile. It has a lot of CC, like knocking enemies back and just like rooting them on the ground. And it's also fully mobile while running and also squishy, so you want to like keep your distance and kill things before they reach you. But we can overclock that a little by simply just like combining the flamethrower from Tactician with the Hellfire Blades from Nightblade, and pretty much use mainly those two instead of the full marksman. So the marksman is like our off soul, so to say. So what we can do is let's just fire off the necrotic turret and see what damage we can inflict here. So it's not too bad, just standing there pressing one button, to be honest, and also like getting nice heals from the torrent, from the creative engine. Now single target is also pretty boring. You just have your finisher, your builders, and that's pretty much about it. Just like get your combo points, use a finisher. Yeah, that should tear through enemies pretty quick. It actually does already more damage than like the ranger. A lot of people do the mistakes like ranger, or it has a pet and stuff, but just don't do it. It just is like a third of the damage, and we are just starting from here. It's getting better. So let's see what happens when we hit level 66 and we have the first legendary point to spend. Of course, we're going into Nightblade. We can use a macro like this. What is it? This one, Hellfire Blades Necrotic Torrent. It will, like, Hellfire Blades, it has a 30-second cooldown, it lasts for 15 seconds, and like every weapon damage you do, every attack that counts as weapon damage will proc extra damage on top, just for free. It doesn't cost you anything, it's nothing. So apparently Necrotic Torrent counts as weapon damage, so it can proc weapon enchantments, such as Hellfire Blades, and you will see in a second what I mean with that. Which means you remember the Necrotic Turret we just spammed. Now look at this. It just like went up by a little in damage. Now same with single target. You have all this bonus damage popping up, which is like almost doubles your DPS there. Level 67, we got another legendary, which we use on Calculated Shot. It doubles the tick rate of channels, as you may remember. Necrotic Torrent counts as a channel, which will hopefully double the DPS done. Let's see what it does. We use one Calculated Shot for the bonus targeting telemetry and just doubling the tick rate of channels. And that's just like standing there channeling on something. So this is what you can do in majority of the time. Just find something and you have a do-it-yourself flamethrower, and those mobs, like, you see they do damage on me, but they just like, they die way too quick. Then there's like serious business going on, and I show you in a second what's pretty cool about the mastery planar variation we got here. We got it on the bar, we targeted ourselves, and we just fully heal ourselves in a couple of seconds. It only has 1 minute cooldown, so we can do that like while running around. We don't even have to stop. We don't have to sit down to heal. We don't have pets or like heal spells or something. We just one-shot things and just heal on the way. So there's like 0 downtime. It's pretty broken. A lot of fun and very mobile. So we neglected marksman, so marksman is still a little clumsy here and there, but as soon as you have Hellfire Blades, that's like doing way more damage anyway. So you just remember those like little shots doing a little damage. When we get another legendary point, we go into Rapid Fire Shot, and now it starts to become a little more magical. You can see the synergy of like a channeled finisher, 3-second channel, calculated shot with double tick rate of channels and Hellfire Blades proccing extra damage in every tick. So that's your mobs. Literally a one shot. While fully mobile. You can, like, once the cooldown is done, I just show you. I don't even have to stop to kill them. It's like no time. I see the damage difference, like those shots is like, this is like the DPS a ranger would do, like, yeah, killing mobs, nice, yeah. But this is marksman. It's just a little faster. So much for it. There's not a lot of changing from now on. There's like free recall, which just gives you some OGCD capabilities, instant capabilities, so even more mobile, and marksman becomes a little more potent on single target once your big hitters on cooldown. Tactician gives you an option for Empyrean Bolt, which just reduces your cooldown of everything, hence Plan Variation, Hellfire Blades, Rapid Fire Shot and stuff. Or with lower gear on level 70, which is recommended, you just go with the Curative Engine Legendary, which just increases the healing potential, just standing in mobs and just getting more heals when taking hits. So I changed to a slightly better geared rogue. Some endgame footage. You may know the location, Vostiga Dailies. Just a lot of people struggle doing those quests, taking a lot of time, but not so much in rogue, because like the more enemies you are, the faster you will be. There's literally nothing able to stop you. You just tear through them. It's like just literally, if you want to mount on and go, just like killing them might be faster than trying to run away. So you can use the Empyrean Bolt to reduce the cooldown. Almost ready again. No downtimes, just like killing a bunch of stuff. So there is no need really going all that into detail on Marksman 61, since they're like better specs for raiding. But if you want to like put out the rotation just for fun, see those macros I have. Deadeye Shot, which casts instant finish and an off global cooldown builder, which only becomes viable with free recall. You have the Eco, which is just like builder spam, giving you one combo point and your most important stuff. And like you have Bullseye, which just gives you a crit bonus for the next 5 seconds, which obviously you want to sync in with your hard hits. So like rotation would look something like this. Deadeye, get things going. Next comes Liberation, you will see how much damage it really can do. Sentry Battery, it's okay. Finisher, to Builder, and back to Rapid Fire. And then just the old Builder Finisher game. There's not much to it. It's pretty spammy, but it's fully mobile. Like, you don't have to stop. So, yeah. And then the breakdown, you see like 15% single target is just Hellfire Blades alone. So that's pretty good. You can find all the detailed information on the forum. You literally just go Rift forums, go down, go to guides, not to discussion, to guides. Go to Rift Guide, Rogue Guides, and yeah, there it is, right on the top, apparently. There's all you need, like the legendary distribution, some macros I use there, and some tips and tricks, further information. So this was a little cringy, and it was the first of this kind I've ever done, so it would be cool if you leave some feedback. It was helpful, it was too fast, whatever. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it, just let me know. thanks and have fun.